Welcome back to another episode of CricChat powered by Umar Sheikh. Today we have two important personalities of Cricket Calgary. At first, we have Hamza Tariq, director of Future Cricket Star Academy and a very important prospect of T20 cricket in Canada. He's a freelance cricketer. And we also have Chand Mayuddin, Cricket Alberta Director at Large, and who's also has contributed a lot for women cricket as well as junior cricket this year. We're going to have a great conversation and see what are the developments.
Hello, everyone. Excited to share this news that this bat has been won by an individual from Gujarat Lions. His name is Hardik Patel. You're really lucky to win this bat. Really nice bat. And I hope you're a batsman so you can play with it and score a lot of runs.
Congratulations, Hardik. So on to our episode. First of all, welcome you both. Good to have you guys, and good to have you back after Super60. Congratulations on such a successful tournament. Can we talk about how your experience has been playing at BC Place?
I think before I jump into that answer, you were there. So I would like to throw this question back to you, how your experience was. You were there as a, Cricket Canada approved media personnel. So I would like to for you to share with the audience, because I know you never get asked these questions. So floor is yours.
You watch these players or superstars on TV, and you never think about them that you're going to meet them in person. Just a few months ago, Muzammil Hussain, he said something really beautiful, and he said, "You never meet your heroes." So it was like that moment where at first you're starstruck. I remember David Visa. He was the man of the series, and I was interviewing him just after he got the award and after winning the championship. And I'm like, "Hey, you know what? I'm just going to mic you up, and then we're going to have this conversation about the tournament." He's like, "Yeah, no worries." And then as I'm miking him up, he says, "I think my medal is blocking your mic. So I'm going to take it off and put it in my pocket." Like, that's how nice people are. And another example I can think of is Imran Taib. Right after your match is done, we'll have a quick interview. He's like, "Yeah, no worries." And then I don't know what happened. Maybe he forgot or they ended up going back to their hotel. So I ended up going to the hotel. I met him, and he was so upset that he couldn't give me the interview on the field. And I was shocked to see that because, these are the superstars we grew up watching, and they were extremely nice. And this is just two examples that I given you. There were countless examples. Another important person I want to personally thank is Salman Khan and Cricket Canada. They really took care of me in terms of making sure my family is good and making sure that I'm given everything that I needed for the tournament. I was trying to get access for over 2 months, and I guess I was not reaching out to the right people. And that was the struggle for me. And as soon as I reached out to Salman Khan, within half an hour, I had the access. So that was something that I will never forget. Seeing you score the winning runs.
Yeah.
So
you coming into the dugout while I was kind of
yeah, that was another one. So after scoring the runs, he came to me where I was, and he took a photo with me, and he said, "Hey, you know what? I'm so happy that you're here." So that was one of those moments that growing up, we thought like we would share these type of moments. So it was such a special moment for me.
Seeing like a brotherhood.
Exactly. So it was so. I will never forget that.
Don't cry, okay?
ICC anti-corruption. Yeah, it was right up my, right? This is my first time coming into this stadium. So I show up and I'm like, "Hi, it's Amir." And that's what our ongoing joke forever. I always introduce myself to him. So I did that, and he's like, "What happened?" And there's the anti-corruption person who's standing right next to the dugout.
Yeah.
And he comes up to me and he's like, "You can't be here. I'm so sorry, but you have to leave." So next time I see this person again, And then I'm somewhere else. Now I'm nowhere close to the dugout. And he sees me. He's like, "You're here again." And then the next day, he's like, "Everyone has to have a band if you're on the field." I'm like, "No one else has a band. Why are you asking me? I have to have a band." So he was right up my. So, and then I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe it's a good idea to just catch some of these players at the hotel. So I go to the hotel. The first person I see come out of the elevator is the same anti-corruption guy.
It's I think having the BC or the Canada Super 60 in BC opened up opportunities for people in the West, not just the players, but also people, families traveling from Calgary, from Edmonton, within BC to go see such a tournament. We have GT20 that always happens in Toronto, so people from the West don't necessarily get that opportunity to go see these high end, games and big name players. So I think having this tournament in Vancouver, first of all, was a huge win for the whole country, because now you have GT20 that's going to happen in Toronto as usual, or in Brampton. And then you have Canada Super 60 that will happen in Vancouver, BC place next year as well, I think. So I think from my experience as a player, I think it was probably one of the best tournaments that I was part of. A few reasons being, one, you hear about these leagues all over the world, and one of the biggest issues are payment issues for players. The tournaments are done and you aren't paid, and you wait and you wait and you wait. Sometimes you do get paid, sometimes you don't get paid. I played in a league in the past where I'm yet to be reimbursed for my flights. So but in this tournament, as soon as the draft was done, we got our tickets right away. We flew there. We were received by the team, went into a really nice hotel, went downtown where there's a lot of things to do for players and their families. We got all of our payments within while the tournament was happening, which has never happened in any leagues around the world. And the day we got to BC Place, the first day, there's a lot of questions about boundary being short. There were questions about how will the hybrid wicket play. There were questions about the artificial turf that you'll be running on. So there was a lot of uncertainty before the tournament started. But I think as soon as we got to the ground, we as players got this feeling of that we never had this feeling, because we had never played in a stadium like this. So yes, we had all these uncertainties, not just our team, but everybody. But after a couple of games, everything went away, because the environment was so enjoyable. The crowd was having fun. They were loud. I don't know if people could tell on TV, but you were there, you could tell. And because when I'm keeping and they're right behind me and they have these horn, I don't know where they got these from.
They were free.
They were free. They were super loud, and I almost felt like they're sitting right behind, and they were technically sitting right behind me almost. But I think from a player's point of view, it was something new, something that challenged us to adapt and to still do well, or try to do well. If you look at the boundaries, everybody thought that 200 would be par 4 in 10 overs, but there was only one game where a team scored over 200 runs. All the other games, it was anywhere between 120 to 140, right? So bowlers adapted, batters had to adapt, because nobody was pitching the ball up to you anymore. The wickets were good, and they were playing a bit differently, at different times of the day as well. So it was a unique experience. It was an experience that was loved by not just the local players, but also overseas players.
Yes.
And I remember I was sitting in a press conference after one of the games with Ravi Bopara, and he mentioned that this potentially can open up opportunities for other countries to look at this place or look at this stadium and try to build something similar. So a country like England, where then cricket can go on for a full year. So I experienced cricketer like Ravi Bopara. If he's thinking along those lines, that means this tournament had a good impact, not just on us, but also overseas players as well. This was probably the only tournament where I could visibly see a diverse population of people in the crowd. And when I say diverse, I'm not talking about Pakistanis or Indians. I'm talking about you have Caucasian families, you have Asian families. So that was an encouraging sign that this format might pull a crowd, a Canadian crowd, into the sport for the long run.
Yeah, 100%. And my family watched cricket for the first time. They have never seen it before in person, I guess. So they were saying, you know what, this is such a beautiful format that we never got tired. You know,
Yeah, so did that 1 hour.
Yep.
Yeah, 1 hour.
Right.
You go to the as a
80
fan.
minutes, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a fan, if you go to the washroom, you miss half the game.
Yeah. So yeah, that was another thing, right? Like the players don't get tired with this format. Yes, you're able to give in a little more, and yes, you can still get tired. But what I'm trying to say is the entertainment aspect is so huge for this format, and fans absolutely loved it. We had great success for women cricket as well.
That was the most exciting part of this tournament. I'm also the director of ACA, even though I'm not representing any AC or any association. But for the women's cricket, and even I was talking to one of the officials, I said, next year, why can't we have 3 or 4 teams? They said, yes, we are working on this. And I was very excited to see the women's, and especially the international women's. There are like almost 30, 35 players, right? So it was really exciting.
That is big. And it pulls in, like, I know we had a really successful tournament in Calgary in September, where we had, and that tournament was bigger than ever. Yes, it happens every year. Canada Cup, I believe that's the name of the tournament. And, Mema and Zarfi, they have done a lot of work behind that. But this year, it got bigger than ever. One team from Edmonton,
But
and then there
players
was
were playing another.
that was great. We had a team from Future Cricket Star Academy. We had a team from Stallions Cricket Academy, as well as women's cricket. So that was so big. What are your thoughts about cricket in Calgary and cricket in Alberta for women?
It's really growing right now. If you see, especially from Edmonton, the actor is from the captain of the women team is from the Edmonton. And we have one really good player I really liked. She was a fast bowler. I always forget her name. I'm really excited to see them playing, especially in national level and even in Calgary. Hamza by working very hard, and it's a free. He offers free training for the women, so I think it's gonna help Alberta. It's not only gonna help Hamza by his academy, but it's gonna eventually it's gonna help Alberta, and I'll be very happy to see these women playing out in nationals and international level, playing the league. So yeah, it's growing and very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just like how Hamza and some of the other players from Cricket Canada have gotten an opportunity to play for other leagues. Hopefully, we'll see our Canadian women playing in BPL and other leagues. Yeah. No, that would be really exciting.
Yeah, I'm really excited about especially the women team and also the younger kids. When Hamza first talked to me, I said, do we have enough players for under 19? He said, why don't you just come and see? Because when I'm director, I was 3-4 years. This portfolio was under me. And it was happening in other cities, but in Calgary, there are politics and everything going on. So I stay away from politics. And at the beginning of every season, I just go there and take the trials and send the names. But this year, his academy I went there, it was over 100 hits, the 4 nets, the coaches were there, every player has a fair chance. The video, they were making videos, so it was really exciting moment for me. And I told my ACA colleagues, I said, this is what happening in Calgary. Everybody was excited. It's good and good for cricket.
Yeah, 100%. And Hamza, under 19 came back after over, I believe, 11 years. I remember, underage when we were playing cricket, and
Yeah.
it was such an exciting time. And I would say, like, you know what, you're going to Edmonton to play. And I remember going on tours, we've got crazy moments there. Obviously, some of them we can't even talk about on camera, but we didn't have that for players in Calgary for such a long time.
Yeah, I think bringing it back was important, and I think everything happens for the good. Everything happens at the right time. I connected with John by randomly over. He came over to practice, and he said, "Well, we try to get this going." And a lot of times people will give me credit for it or our team, but everything works from top to bottom. So yes, we are looking after the grassroots programming, and we're trying to bring that up as much as we possibly can. But it's very tough to get things going if you don't have the support of your provincial body or the national body. So everybody has to work together. At the local level, we're taking that responsibility. At the provincial level, he's taking that responsibility, and obviously the people in Cricket Canada, they're taking their responsibility on making sure that any questions or anything that we might need to get this program going or to grow this program, they've been there for us. So I think it's very important to recognize everybody's effort into this. That bringing the intercity back after such a long time was a collective effort by everyone.
I'm really curious to know what was the experience for the players? How did they feel about, playing the best talents from Edmonton?
I think watching them play reminded me of my under 19 days. And the conversations we used to have, the jitters you get before the game or night before the game. And while the game is going, if you're down, the things you talk about, if you're up, the things you get super excited. So it reminded me of when we played under 19, and I said, okay, like we have achieved what we're trying to achieve, because those moments that we felt, these kids are feeling it now. And that is a huge part of their growth. They have to learn to figure out their emotions when they're losing. They have to learn to figure out the emotion when they're winning. They have to learn to be happy for their fellow players. So all these little pieces of it is part of the progression for all these kids. So it was really nice to see, even though we lost to Edmonton, but I was telling Chan Bhai and also the coach of Edmonton, I said, for us to push everybody to do this year was not for Calgary to win. Yes, if Calgary won, I would be so happy. But it was to make sure that Intercity comes back for under 19s. Absolutely. If we didn't win this year, that's fine. Edmonton won. They played good cricket. They had a much mature team. Maybe next year we'll do better. And as long as the graph is going up, we're happy with it.
I think some of the players have complained that, you know, not all the leagues were involved in the intercity. For the next year and going beyond, what are we doing? I think that's a serious issue that we need to address as well. For the under 19, at least.
For the under 19, even last year, we did announce the open trials. That anybody can join, do the trials. And even for the trials, when I went there, we had a camera set up. So after the trials, Hamza picked three teams or two teams?
30 players.
Yeah, 30 players. Not even a single player parent called me or Hamza why my kid was not selected. It's because everything was there. The OCs were working, everything was set up. Then we set up then we made the city team. Same thing happened. Before the city team announced, Hamza did the high performance matches for whole week during weekdays. Thank to Hamza bhai. That's really hard. It's not easy. And then we announced the city team. Not even a single parent from those 30 players called us why my kid was not selected, because the performance is there. The 1 week, the coaches were there, everybody was there, even I was there. I was working And I was telling my, like, hey guys, I'll be back in 1 hour, 2 hours because I have to go to the road and see what's going on. And then after that, even after the city, when we selected the Alberta team, our 7 players got selected in Alberta team that where they went to BC. And again, from those 15 players, their parents they did ask, hey, why my son was not selected? Because the city games were there. So I think if you go by a right path, people end up ask you questions.
Okay, but my end of the day, what I'm trying to ask is like, are we involving or are we including all the leagues within the city to make sure that they can be part of this program or be part of the if they have under 19 quality players, they should be given an opportunity as well.
That's the local like the Calgary, like let's say CDC and our future staff is their bonus. But as me, if you ask me as ACA, my experience in like we do only and offer you the open trials.
Right.
And if the kid is doing good in open trials, then we have no issues.
Okay.
Like, personally, I have no issue.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any issue. Best talent should get selected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember many years ago, Calgary had such a strong under 19 team. And then when Alberta team used to get made, they would be like, hey, man, there's hardly any players from Edmonton. Why do we see so many players from Calgary getting selected for Alberta team? And I am okay with that as long as all the leagues are being given that opportunity. Because we back then we only had one league in the city, and it was much
It's like it is easier.
exactly.
Right now, like, so it's easy for me to deal with one person, like in any business, right? Instead of I go to everywhere in the city,
Right.
right?
No,
It's
no, that's
easy.
fine. I mean, we're okay with that, right?
I'll add
Yeah.
I'll add something else to it. So cricket has changed, or the way cricket is set up in the cities has changed quite a bit in the last few years, right? So when we played under 19s, there was only one league, Calgary District Cricket League. There was no Mondale League. There was no CCCS. There was no Future Stars. There was no WCL. There was nothing.
Yeah.
It was one league, and they were the member of ACA.
Yep.
And because they were the member of ACA, all the mandates were through them. So when I say
Yeah.
mandates, it was men's, senior men's team, youth programs, women programs, anything and everything.
Yeah.
In the last few years, what has happened is obviously things have moved around a bit, and now the mandate for men's cricket has gone to WCL, which is Western Cricket League, which is a member of ACA. And
They are the approved league from ACA.
yeah, and the youth and women mandate has gone to us, right? So now for the youth, I'll speak on the youth because women is still we're new with this. But this year, just like you look at other sports, for example, you look at soccer, CMSA. CMSA is one league where the kids will progress from. There's also an organization called CUSA, which is Calgary United Soccer Association, which is for men's. The youth that are playing in CMSA, if they play in CUSA, they can play, but their stats are counted from the teams that they're playing in their own age group. So the same should eventually happen for cricket, and that's what we're working towards. Where Future Stars mandate is youth and kids, and our focus is only that. Our focus is not to get into adult teams and XYZ. Maybe, I don't know, down the road. But for now, it's not. And WCL mandate is men's team. So any kid that is playing, and it's open to everybody. It's not that there's a condition for kids to come and play in Future Stars. Anybody and everybody can play. And the best part is it's free of cost. So nobody charges you to play. So once you play in this, and that's what we try to start this year, the process of open trials at the start of the season, which is open to anybody and everybody. You come to those trials, and where you said, there's 100 something kids. From those 100 kids or whatever number of kids, you pick the top 30 players. Those top 30 players are part of the high performance program that are going to play, in addition to the league games, are going to play high performance games, which is 2-day games, 50-hour games, And yeah, 2-day and 50-over games. So along with the city games and so on, if they get into that. So that is the process that is in cricket anywhere you go. It's just that this process has not been followed by any leagues, even when we were under 19, right? We at the time when we were under 19s, only thing that would happen was trials day, the team is picked, and off you go. So if you had a good day at trials, you're the team. If you had a bad day, no matter how good you are, you're out. We're trying to change that. We're saying, okay, you come to the trials, we'll pick a bigger pool of players. You get to compete against each other for a longer number of days or longer number of games. And then from those stats, we're going to pick the final 15.
Right.
So everybody has a fair opportunity in comparison to what you and I used to from back in the days.
Yeah, it was easy for me to pick the player for Alberta to suggest the name to the higher authorities. It was much easier for me this year. Last few years, I just go there, take the trials. I don't even remember the player's name. I had to get the pictures to remember and then send it to the selectors.
Yeah.
This is the guy I think is good. But this year, like, even when we had the city batches and Alberta batches, thanks to Hamza, he was pushing me so hard, and I was pushing my higher authority. They're like, what's going on? Why are you guys so excited? All of a sudden, what happened? I said, this is what's happening right now. Like, we are going through the process, and the parents are asking us, like, hey, what are we doing? So now I'm sitting here.
And I think one thing I also like to clarify, there's a huge misconception out there for some odd reason. And when the kids are picked for the city team, or even when you went to BC, that opportunity is open to every kid that in Future Stars Cricket Foundation. It's not only open to the Future Stars Cricket Academy kids. So just to put it in perspective, the academy is a separate entity to the foundation.
Okay.
The foundation is a not-for-profit organization, and that is where the teams get picked from, not just the academy. So there's a misconception that why is it that only the academy kids are being preferred?
That's what people talk about.
Right. So that's not true. The academy only has 100 odd kids. However, the foundation has almost 450 kids. So the final teams are getting picked, or the high performance program is being run through the foundation. Out of those 450 kids in every age group, not just the academy.
So the player who's watching who wants to join the foundation.
That's right.
Yeah.
How can they join?
You just go on we just actually announced our winter league yesterday, I think. It's going to be running from Jan 3rd to Jan 31st. You just go on our Instagram, look at the registration link and sign up.
John, I wanted to ask you this, that when you were at the September Women Cricket Tournament, what was your best moment?
I went there to watch as a spectator. I was really excited at one point. It was raining, and the umpires were like, hey, stop the match. But the players and the dogs are like, no, we want to play.
We want to play the game.
We want to play. We don't want to miss our cricket. So that was really exciting to see.
It was really exciting.
And then I see the families, our little kids playing outside. It was fun. It was a fun tournament.
Yeah, 100%. And I caught up with some of those players as well. I actually spoke to Zerfishan, Sarah, Emily, Umaima, Tiffany, and a couple more. Emily, welcome to CricChat, powered by Umar Sheikh. So tell me how your experience has been playing for the club.
Honestly, I've been loving it. So my husband plays cricket himself, and it looked really fun. So I decided I wanted to try it myself. And honestly, I've loved it. Everyone's really super nice. Everyone's playing really well. It's been fun, honestly, and it's nice because all of these months that we've taken to train, we can now showcase them here.
100%. And now, what do you think this is going to do for people who have been watching the live stream, especially women? What do you think that is going to do for future of women cricket in Calgary?
Honestly, anybody who's watching who is interested, please join. It's so much fun. The girls are amazing. The relationships, the friendships that develop is also awesome. But just being able to play cricket with everybody, it's honestly the highlight of my week.
Zarfi, welcome to the show. Congrats on a big win. You guys are way ahead for the rest of the tournament. What do you have to say about the progress and the preparation for this tournament?
It was amazing. Honestly, this is something I look forward to year after year. And the way the Calgary girls set everything up, organize everything is pretty much flawless. Like, I have nothing bad to say. Everything falls in line. It was a great tournament, 2 great games. We had a win in the morning against Future Stars. Lots of new talent coming up, lots of emerging talent from Hamza's academy. And then for the second game, it was a tough one because we lost. But, we were under the sun the whole morning. So, that definitely got to us. But, we're going to come back stronger tomorrow.
Yes, 100%. Now, you are known for being the pioneer of this tournament. What drove you to build something like this? And it's been going on for 8 years now, I believe?
Yeah, 8 years, 8th annual. So, cricket, I feel like every Pakistani, Indian, South Asian person, it kind of runs in their blood. They grew up with it. So they have that connection with it, innately. So I was in Mississauga. I actually started my high school program there when I was in grade 10. So we started the women's program there. There were no women's teams. I used to play in the boys team, and then I started playing, the next year I created a women's team. So then when I came here, there was no cricket for women at all. So I grabbed my sister, of course, younger sisters, you can make them do anything you want. Grabbed her, another girl, and it was just 3 of us at Riley Park. And going from 3 to now 2, 3 full teams, it's just amazing. It's a pleasure to watch, and it just feels great.
9 years ago, I asked you this question, and you said your favorite player is Shahid Afridi. Has that changed?
You know what? It hasn't, because that was my childhood, I grew up watching Afridi, and I love his playing style, and it's still the same. I still like him. I don't watch Pakistani cricket anymore that much, but yeah, still like Afridi. And Hashim Amla.
Sarah, welcome to the show. You took 3 wickets this morning. How are you feeling about your performance today?
I'm feeling really good. One was caught and bowled, and then my friend Surpreet caught 2 others. I'm feeling really good about my performance. Not too many extras either, so that's good.
That's amazing. Now, a decent total on the board. Are you feeling good that you guys will be able to chase, obviously, after a tough loss this morning?
I'm feeling hopeful, and I think that we've learned from our morning game, and hopefully we can carry the positive energy and bring it through to the second game, and hopefully we can chase the runs and get a win.
All right, so now what's next for the team? You guys have a big game tomorrow as well. What are the plans for the team?
So tomorrow we are continuing the tournament, and then on Monday we also have either a final or a showcase match. So I'm really excited for our team to show what else we've got. And I've already seen so much improvement based on other matches, and we're learning as we go. So I'm excited for what's to come.
And what does cricket mean to you?
To me, cricket I feel like it's more than a hobby. It's such a fun game to play. And not only that, but it's like the people you're surrounded with. The community for cricket is so positive, and there's so many people here, even family members, friends of players. So I think we're really building a community, especially for women's cricket. I think it's important that women are also playing, and it's helping fitness, it's helping so many different things.
What do you think these type of tournaments are going to do for cricket, women cricket in Calgary?
I think it's just gonna keep growing. We started off and, we weren't that good, and we were just starting out practices. And now I can already see so much improvement, and we're just building and building. And I'm hoping people are even going to nationals more. So I think there's exciting things to come in the future of cricket for women.
One last question for you. Now, what do you have to say to people who are just iffy about, or they're on the fence whether to join or not cricket, women cricket especially?
I'm just 13 and I'm playing, so it's for people of all ages, and we're really trying to build the women community.
I think we need to encourage such games more and more. We need to, first of all, spread the awareness, and I don't think a lot of women in Calgary know that such a good, team spirit exists in the game of cricket. So awareness and positivity. And I think if we are able to spread this message, even more girls are going to come in. I've invited some of my friends here, so I'm really hoping they're going to join. But overall, I think it's building team skills, their mental health, and fitness. So a lot of advantages of joining this amazing game.
You touched on a really important point, mental health. Can you talk briefly about that more?
So yeah, sports I think is a really great platform where you can come and just release all your stresses. I am a professional, myself. I am a cancer specialist by profession, and I have a very, very difficult job to do. But when I'm on the ground or in a training center where I am, and Future Cricket Stars Academy is doing the most amazing job in bringing women from different age groups and people like me, giving me a platform where I can just come and forget about all the stresses, and I get so mental upliftment and positive energy. And I keep telling my team, I never want to leave the academy whenever I'm there for a session. So I think that speaks in itself, and I tell all my colleagues about what it does to my mental health so that I encourage and attract more people for it. So I think this is a great way for our youth and even youngsters. I have my daughter who is 15 years old who I've enrolled in the academy, and I can see his change in the way how she takes the day-to-day stresses, and also is always giving out positive energy to her friends and even colleagues at school. So I think positivity attracts positivity, and that's what this game is teaching all of our youngsters, and even to myself too.
Yes, thank you for having me back. It's always a pleasure being on the show. The squad is doing really good. They've been prepping for almost 2 months now for this tournament. We've got a mix of seniors, and we've got a mix of brand new players who are coming in with a straight bat and a good line and length with their bowling, which is very impressive. I myself, as a senior, envy the straight bat that they have, the good techniques. But no, both of them, everyone on the squad is excited for this tournament, and they've been preparing, and they're really bringing in their best and top cricket for today.
Speaking of that, can we talk about the competition, how it has increased over the time? Last time you were on the show, you talked about how you couldn't fit some of those people that you wanted to fit in that. Are you still struggling?
No, actually, basically what's happened now, and if you look at today, we've got 3 Calgary teams taking part in this competition. And that's a huge increase from what we've ever seen, because we've always had teams from out BC and across Canada come in. So this is a huge success to have just 3 teams from Calgary itself. And then we'll also have one from Edmonton on Monday. So, just to see the growth in Calgary itself is just a huge, we look at it as a huge success.
Thus far, I'd say it's a great tournament. It's a great opportunity for women to get more opportunity to play cricket, especially in Alberta, where the women's cricket is currently very limited. So it's a very good initiative.
You're a former national cricket player. Can we talk about your experience at the highest level and how it compares to the level here in Calgary?
Back home in Barbados, you play against the likes of Deandra Doughton, Hayley Matthews, and then when you go at the regional level, you have Stephanie and those other West Indian players. Coming here to Canada, the level is actually improving, because when I first came, a lot of the girls were now learning cricket. So those girls now, it's been 4 years since I've been here, so those girls now are getting a lot better, and it's also good to see the number of youth increasing as well, and they're excited to get the opportunity to play cricket, and that would also help for Canada. We do need that youth, because we got to get the under-19 tournament going at the Canadian level, at the provincial level as well. So I think all cricket is good cricket for the women. Visibility matters. No matter what anyone said, visibility matters. So as long as you get that out there, you get to reach more people. Everyone won't be able to come in to Riley Park and watch it live here, but to have that opportunity to watch it from your homes, from your phones, it gives visibility, and that's the most important thing. And
Right.
Girls watching would be like, oh, I can do that. They're the same age as me, so that's all that matters.
I spoke to some of the Canadian players as well. I spoke to Ryan Patan, I spoke to Ali Khan, and a few other upcoming players.
It's been amazing so far. Obviously, having such a big tournament in Canada is also already a great experience and a great initiative by Cric Canada and the management of Super60. So I'm enjoying it. As a local player, we can't ask for more.
Absolutely. And, you know, when you're sharing the dressing room with the likes of Imran Tahir, Sikandar Raza, and so many other superstars that we have around the world. So what is it like when you share the dressing room with them?
It's good. Obviously, those guys are like the most experienced players, with Shoaib Malik as well. So like we're just trying to learn and get every small detail from them where we can learn something, apply to our games and get better. Obviously, that's what we're here to play with these guys, right?
What message do you have for players who want to come up and play tournaments like this and eventually play for Canada?
Yeah, just put in the hard work, a lot of dedication to the game, just like how I did. And if you perform and do well and you build your name and just make sure you perform, that's the main thing. Everybody can get here. It's just a dream, and like I'm just living my dream as well right now.
Absolutely. Congratulations and all the best for us with the tournament.
Thank you.
Mohammad Ali Khan, welcome to the show. How's your experience has been playing for Super60 for the first time?
It's been amazing. My first time I play Super60, and after a long journey, like 3.5 years, I don't play in professional cricket because I moved here in Canada. So for me, it's big opportunity, like showcase our talent to the Cricket BC crowd and Cricket Canada crowd.
Absolutely. अभी मुझे ये बताएं, जो आपका एक्सपीरियंस रहा है ये सारे बड़े प्लेयर्स के साथ जो बैठते उठते और खेलते, उस बारे में क्या बोलेंगे?
एक्सपीरियंस तो मेरा बहुत अच्छा रहा है। जिस तरीके से जो बड़े प्लेयर है, स्पेशली सिकंदर रजा, रवि बुपारा, इमरान ताहिर और अली खान यूएस वाला, जिस तरीके से वो हम जूनियर को बताते रहते हैं कि यार आपने मैच से पहले ये करना है, इस तरह करना है, तो वो बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि एक्सपीरियंस अपना शेयर कर रहे हैं हमारे साथ।
कभी आपने ये सोचा था कि भाई कल को मैं भी इमरान ताहिर के साथ खेलूंगा, या कभी ऐसा आपके ज़हन में आया ग्रोइंग अप? Have you ever thought of any of that?
टू बी ऑनेस्ट, ये कभी नहीं सोचा था भाई। हाँ, ये था कि भाई कंट्री के लिए खेलना है, ये एक ड्रीम थी और ड्रीम है कि खेलेंगे इंशाल्लाह जी। बट ये नहीं सोचा था कि इमरान ताहिर जैसे लेजेंड वगैरह के साथ ड्रेसिंग रूम शेयर करेंगे।
एब्सोल्युटली। क्या मैसेज देंगे आप उन प्लेयर्स को जो कल को इमरान ताहिर, शोएब मलिक और ऑल दीज लेजेंड्स के साथ खेलना चाहें?
मैसेज मेरा यही है कि भाई गिव अप नहीं करना है आपने, और आपने अपने माँ बाप की, मतलब पेरेंट्स की रिस्पेक्ट करनी है और अपने टीचर्स की रिस्पेक्ट करनी है और हार्ड वर्क नहीं छोड़ना है बस।
Feedback was so amazing. What I noticed when I was looking at the environment, even at the hotel, it felt like you were at such a big tournament. Even the bus, right? It was not like the players are waiting for Uber or something. Can we talk about that experience?
Yeah, the ground is only, I think, 10-minute walk from our hotel, and our coach actually used to run to the hotel, and he told us that we can all do it. We can put our kit bags in the bus and just run to the hotel, or run to the ground, sorry, because the bus would take longer. So usually in tournaments, whether that's GT20 or Canada Super60, the normal expectation is that the bus would be there for you. But you're right that the bus was branded. It wasn't just a random bus that showed up to pick you up. It was kind of the same in GT20 as well. So it gives a really professional feel to it. I remember we were getting onto one of the, onto the buses for one of the games from the hotel. And because it was in downtown, there was a lot of people that would be walking past. There was a lot of foot traffic. So people would stop us and ask, what's happening? What is this bus? So that was, just having the bus situated on that street and having all the players in that hotel was a great marketing piece that was set up by the management. And in terms of any players that have stood out, I think if you look at majority of our bowlers, they did exceptionally well. Rishabh Joshi was a left-arm seamer. I think that he bowled the first maiden over of the tournament. It took a few wickets as well. We also had Dylan Helliger, who obviously is not a newcomer. He's been playing for Team Canada for a long time. He's very experienced, but he bowled amazing as well. We had a guy from our team who debuted at that level, Zahid Shazai. He was amazing. One thing I really liked about him was he's from Afghanistan. He's got that fight, that hunger, that extra passion that he brings onto the cricket field that helps him do well as well. So, and also our local boy Tajinder, he bowled really well. At one point, he almost won the game for his team against us. So if you look at majority of our bowlers, I hope I'm not missing anyone.
What about the man of the match of the final?
Oh, Dilpreet Bajwa, yes. Yeah, so Dilpreet, I think I forgot him because he's expected to do that, right? He's expected to put those performances. He's the only guy who has scored 100 in GT20. He's the only guy who stood out as a batter, as a top order batter in GT20 and now Canada Super 60 as well. So I think I just now expect that from him. So he's doing what he should be doing. But no, he's a quality batter. Very good guy as well. Very down to earth. And he's playing in ILT 20. Abu Dhabi T10. He's playing in it now. And I hope he's doing well, and I hope he gets an opportunity and does the same that he's done in Canada Super 60.
Speaking of the first, there's one moment that just comes in my mind. You're the first player to review a bowl decision for Canada Super 60.
Yeah. So
let's talk about that.
First of all, to my defense, I didn't know I got bowled.
You reviewed Billy Bowden's
I did.
decision. How dare you?
I did, yeah. So when I played that shot, nobody knows, I got a bit of an inside edge.
Okay.
So that's the sound I heard. I didn't hear the bails getting knocked back.
I saw it from the field.
Well, I'm looking this way.
You have no defense.
No, you're not the only one who asked me this question. I'll tell you a funny thing. My wife and my kid were in the stands. And as soon as that happened and I stood there, apparently my father-in-law was watching the game. And he called my wife right away saying that, why is he still on the field? He got bowled. So I'm getting that from a lot of people, friends and family.
You made history.
I made history, yep. Trying to review a bowl, yep.
And Billy Bowden on top of that.
And Billy Bowden.
I also heard really big news. You got selected for BPL. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, I don't know if it's really big news. I think it's exciting. I'll be playing there for the first time. I've signed with Chittagong Royals. So yeah, looking forward to it. I'm hoping that I get a few opportunities, and I'm hoping that I can make an impact there. Not only just for myself, but also, if I do well, it opens up, doors for the Canadian players that maybe in the next edition we can have, hopefully the team will look at the Canadian players and pick up more players for next year.
Chan, can you tell me why we didn't have Alberta Open Championship this year?
As a few reasons. One of them was that we had the other tournaments going on, the bigger tournaments. And the second reason was the individuals who were working, they got the higher posts and they were busy there. So hopefully next year we are planning to have it back in Edmonton, or maybe, who knows, maybe in Calgary. If we have routes and the people who can manage, it's open. And it's an open championship. So
Calgary has proved that before with smash and grab as well. They have the power to
they do it, but the thing is, it's a lot bigger. It was like bigger. How many teams? The 32 teams the first season, the second season 20 teams. It's a little hard to. In Edmonton, I noticed one thing is that they work as a team. From higher level to the loadsman, they work as a team, and I think that's one thing lacking in Calgary right now. That we don't work as one unit. There are different leagues going on. That's one of the issues we have to resolve. We have to sit and
everyone has
to and we have to bring our Calgary back on top again. And we are working on it. Started from the youth and the women, and inshallah, you will see we will grow up and we will be Edmonton next year.
Thank you. Thank you all for watching CricChat powered by Umar Sheikh. And congratulations to Hardik Patel for winning our cricket bat by Kinetic Sports. Thank you all.